Over the next few days, Tails trained tirelessly, relying on his intellect and reflexes to keep him safe from harm. Though receiving a few scrapes, he managed to stop Knuckles from landing direct hits. The fox was too fast to capture, too alert. The echidna was impressed with his friend's observational abilities. He would make a fine agent should he choose to go that route. Meanwhile, Amy visited Sonic as promised. Their conversation proved amicable, but there was undeniable discomfort. They both felt sad things had ended between them, but eventually the pain would subside. They had faith it would work out for the best, and that was enough to keep them going. "So, what is it you feel about him?" Sonic asked. "I mean, I was never around for most of your conversations. I guess I was afraid of what would happen if I turned you down. I didn't want to hurt your feelings, you know? He was there to comfort me when I lost track of you. I think he knew all I wanted was to be loved, but neither of us knew it would lead here. It feels like I'm betraying you by giving up on what I thought we had. It would have been if you'd lied, but you told me the truth, and for that I commend you. It's more than you'll see from most people, that's for sure. I was actually wondering if you could tell me where he is. I have something I want to give him." Holding out her hand, Amy revealed an upright pentacle tied to a black string choker. For her, she considered it payment in exchange for the album. "He shared a new band with me I really like. I figured I should give him something in return, just a small trinket to show my gratitude. Knowing Tails, he's gonna love it. He's on Angel Island training with Knuckles. I'll fly you there. Just give me a sec to gather the emeralds." Amy nodded. "Thank you, Sonic. I hope you find true love someday." "I know I will. Girlfriend or not, you're still my lucky charm. I think Tails recognizes that too." Amy smiled. Sonic ran off, returning moments later with the emeralds in tow. "Come on, let's go." "Yeah." For a while, Amy allowed her emotions to take over, lulling herself to sleep. It was like death without sadness, a peaceful reprieve from struggle. Some time later, she was awakened again by Sonic's voice. "Rise and shine, sleepyhead. We're here." "Huh?" Wiping her eyes, Amy planted her feet on the ground, looking around to find them surrounded by greenery. Suddenly, she heard a crash as Tails and Knuckles smashed into a nearby mountain. Just by the sound of it, she could tell they were working hard. "Guess we didn't have to look very far," Sonic cracked. "Come on, let's find a spot to enjoy the view." Tails dashed toward Knuckles at a speed unparalleled, aiming for a straight. Knuckles dodged, preparing to kick the fox aside. Tails spun away, avoiding the attack before colliding with his mentor head-on. They were evenly matched, though Knuckles had a slight advantage in terms of raw power. Pushing Tails through the air, he pursued, ready to deliver a finishing blow when something broke his concentration. Or rather, someone. "Tails," Amy cried out. "Don't give up. I know you can do it." "What?" Knuckles began to exclaim. Tails' eyes snapped open, determination hardened by the sound of his destiny's voice. Just as Knuckles came within reaching distance, the fox seemingly teleported, vanishing behind the echidna in the blink of an eye. "King me, sucker! Booyah!" Locking his fingers together, Tails brought down both fists, knocking Knuckles to the surface. Descending in the echidna's stead, he reunited with the others. Knuckles pushed himself up, thankful he hadn't gotten stuck in the sediment. He actually felt the boy's attack, showing what a well-timed slip-up could do in the context of confrontation. "Hey," he shouted, "you cheated, you jerk. Get back here." Sonic held Knuckles off, giving him a moment to cool down. Tails apologized, knowing he'd taken advantage of his teacher's disposition. "Sorry, Knuckles. I should have called it off there. I guess I wasn't thinking. My bad." "Yeah, well, I guess it was a good move. Just try not to hit me so hard next time. I'll be feeling that one tomorrow. Ouch." "Come on," Sonic offered. "Let's go get you patched up, huh?" "Whatever. Man, that stings." Sonic took Knuckles to he and Tails' campsite to treat the echidna's wound, leaving the Fox and Amy to talk amongst themselves. I think he might be mad, Tails joked, rubbing his nose in a display of embarrassment. Something tells me I'm going to get it next session for sure. Don't worry about him. Knuckles' tribe was known for fast healing. Unless the wound is fatal, he'll be right as rain by tomorrow. That's good. So what do you want to talk about? I brought this for you as payment, though you might like it, thought you might like it since you're into the darker stuff. Really? Wow. Thanks, Amy. It looks awesome. I'll try it on right now. Tails clipped the choker around his neck, matching perfectly with the rest of his outfit. How do I look? Like a true fox warrior. I'll keep it on until the night. Wouldn't want it to rust in the shower. I would have brought something to eat, but I didn't know if you had eaten already. It's okay. I'm on a special diet right now anyway. I want to be in shape next time Eggman shows up. You know he's never down for too long. I'm surprised you weren't using your gizmos. Then again, I guess it wouldn't exactly be fair. Knuckles doesn't know how to use that stuff, does he? Nah, never hurts to have a backup plan though. Brain doesn't mean much without brawn. Ever since we talked, I felt more motivated to be a well-rounded person. I promised myself I'd protect you no matter what. That's what a good boyfriend does, right? At least that's the way I see it. I admire your efforts, but don't rationalize it too much. Love comes from the heart. The other stuff just makes it more meaningful. I guess I see your point. How's everyone else doing? Fine. Rouge seems a bit happier now that she knows people like us are out there. You did a good thing talking to her first. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I was actually wondering if maybe you wanted to go on a date sometime. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a walk in the park or maybe even a movie if you're feeling up to it. Sure, I'm free this weekend. You pick whichever suits your fancy. Amy agreed. The pair began walking toward Knuckles and Sonic. It was then Amy noticed the bandage on her lover's cheek. Reaching over, she peeled back the adhesive, kissing the wound before concealing it once more. There, you should feel better now. I do, actually, Tails chuckled, a zest for life filling his being which he had never known before. Thanks. Anytime. Now let's not keep them waiting. Those boys don't like being held up. Yeah, tell me about it. I used to make fun of Sonic for running away all the time. You were the one enemy he couldn't defeat. Now, not until he finally did. I'm kind of glad that's over now. It was a lot of work keeping you two from ripping each other apart. I'm sorry we put you through that. I think we all deserve a much-needed break. Maybe over dinner you can show me a few moves. If we all train together, Robotnik won't know what hit him. Yeah, I'd like that. Come on, I'll race you back to camp. Some things never change, do they? Doesn't look like it. First one back pays for popcorn? You're on.